men, their balls stink.
Yeah,
Sometimes, most times.
it's not sometimes. If
Some
it is
men-
not taken care
Yeah,
of, it
it
will
stinks. He
stink.
has a tendency to
What
stink.
what do you say stink?
The scrotum. It
The
stinks.
balls they stink.
Yeah,
Okay, what could cause that?
because bad hygiene. And sometimes when a man ejaculates, it stinks of the whole room because he has bad hygiene and it smells and it stinks. And women are actually kind people. They don't say it. They feel like they're not supposed to say. But men don't extend the same grace to women.
Men that are dirty or that do not take their hygiene seriously, they can stink. Yes, that's because their private part, the balls, everything, the anus, it's all covered with glands that will produce sweat that will mix with bacteria, and of course,
And they don't clean it well.
exactly.
Yeah, they don't wipe down.
But when it comes to women, it's very different.
Okay.
You know why it's very different? It is easy for discharges from the body to come out from the woman's private part,
Yeah.
and these discharges could have foul smells.
Yeah, what's poppin'? Welcome to another episode of Yarns and Trends. You all know here we talk about topics that are very sensitive, sometimes very uncomfortable, but they affect our daily lives as it is. So today we're going to be diving into yet another very sensitive topic. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm your host, Prodigy. And my usual suspectors sitting beside me, Miss
Oh.
Iris.
Hi guys, welcome back to Yarns and Trends. And you already know how it is. You know how we do it here. Premium content only.
My second co-host, the beautiful, sexy Christine Kilani.
Hi guys, welcome once again, and we hope you enjoy
We enjoy what?
today's. I hope you enjoy watching us again and seeing our beautiful faces.
Okay.
Veins.
And we have a very special guest. As you know, we always bring somebody special every episode. And today,
Right?
he is special again. He's an artist. He is upcoming, but hardworking, good looking. He's a ladies' man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our set today by Biblical Boy.
Hey.
Hi.
What up, Yarns and Trends fans, man? Thank you for this opportunity, man.
We're glad to have you too.
I'm looking forward to having a good time here today and talking about very important things with you guys, and of course, letting people know what's going on in my mind.
No, I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
Right.
I would say, what did they go on for your mind? Just about the topic.
No, you go be about the
Nah,
topic
the
and music.
business of the day.
No, we would like to see other things.
Of course,
hear
of
other
course.
things.
Wow.
Today, we're going to be talking about unpleasant smells, basically.
Mm.
But before we get into that, let's get to meet our guest,
Yes.
Biblical Boy. I'm wondering, how did you come about that name though?
It's a special name if you ask me. Before the name Biblical Boy, I had other names which I started music with. For instance, when I recorded my first studio record in 2018, I was called King Richie as at then. My name is Richard, so it was easy to say
okay.
Richie, King Richie. And then I transitioned from King Richie to Richie, just Richie. And that was what I was using before I come to Ekiti, I was using Richie, and it was nice actually. But the name is like a very popular name. And
King Richie.
King Richie, they are popular names. You
Okay.
search me on music platforms, you see a lot of Richie, you see a lot of people. And
Okay.
then before I adopted the name Biblical Boy, I have been like in my freestyles, you hear me say Biblical, something like that, because I was raised in a Christian family,
Oh,
and so there's this religious mindset that I have.
I was about to
I
ask you
approach
very
things
religious.
religiously,
Okay.
So basically, the name Biblical Boy just came from a freestyle. That's all I'm going to say. Because I was just freestyling and then it came to my mind, Biblical. And I was looking for a name because me and my friend, we were looking for a name. And was like, this Richie, I guess look for something like very unique and different that I can relate my brand with, those kind of stuff. And then this Biblical Boy just came to my mind. I was like, I have a name already and I'm still searching for a name. Do I have any other person that can think of this name? And then I searched and there was nobody. So the name Biblical Boy came and people love it actually.
Yeah, right.
People love
You read Bible a lot.
I'm not going to say a lot, to be honest. I have to be honest. I'm not going to say a lot. But I do read the Bible. All my life, when I was growing up, I used to go to the Sunday school every Sunday. And then from Sunday school, I started going to church. If I don't go to church, like today now, if I miss the church, if I was in my father's house and I miss church, that's going to be a big problem.
I can relate
This
to that.
thing you're saying just took me back to the days of that grain when he'd be like, Mom, she say, Kima Losi church, Baker, they bring my lyrics from Songs of David.
You see?
She get that kind of
Everything
stuff.
has
So
to be religious.
your lyrics, do they come from the Bible?
Yeah, sometimes I think I gather inspirations from the Bible also. The Bible, is a very powerful book.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual book. Just not just about the religion part of it. When you are somebody that's always seeking, that you are curious about things, many topics, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm always learning. And so the Bible has history that is not just religious, but it's human history that is very helpful if you want to grow. So I always read when I have something to read, or when maybe I come across something and they refer me to the Bible and be like, go and check this. I will check them out and I'll read and I'll learn. And I can say that they've inspired my lyrics a lot.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Let's go to our topic for today. Then we'll still come back to you. Yeah. So we're talking bad smell. It's a very sensitive topic. And people don't like to talk about this, but it affects our daily lives still.
It does.
And all these things, as we said, and I know these things affect a whole lot of people that don't talk about it, but there are remedies for these things. But I just feel like a lot of people are careless about themselves, maybe personal hygiene and all of that. That's why we still have issues of bad smell in a lot of people. Then I know there are different causes. I don't know how true it is about a certain set of people who they say, when they give birth to them, if they don't bathe them well when they came out of their mothers. I don't know, maybe you guys will know that they would have body odor, and those ones are like incurable or something.
No, it is curable, but I think it is when they grow older and then become very conscious of themselves.
I actually think there should be a medical, scientific explanation for things.
But it is very possible
I don't know about
for
that.
things like that to happen, because I've heard it a lot of times. My grandma will always say it, because I grew up with a lot of children, and my grandma will always say, let me bathe them well so they don't go smell. Things like that.
But I also think there's a lot of superstitions regarding our grandparents, our parents, African parents generally.
True though, but I feel like with the smell thing, sometimes it's also very hereditary. Do you know that?
It's smell hereditary.
Is it?
Body odor, yeah, it is.
I haven't heard of that.
I'm hearing that for the first time.
You can get your
No?
facts, right?
Me
You
too.
can check Google and all that.
Oh, really?
That's
I'm going
weird.
to look
That's
into that.
weird.
I
So
mean,
it's actually scary because
Hereditary.
think of the fact that because my dad has it.
Now
or
I
my
have
great
it
grandad,
by
now I'm gonna
default.
have it.
No matter how clean you are.
You get
No
by
matter how
default.
clean you are.
It doesn't make
Okay,
sense to me.
you know where it baffles me is there are some people they're actually clean. That's why I said this, that maybe the myths are true that if they don't bathe them well when they are young, there's nothing they can do to it. Like it will always be there.
I feel like
Some people let me just make this point. Some people would, they are clean. They shower like maybe 3 times a day and still they have that odor. Some would use deodorant, perfumes, and that's when it gets worse.
But
Really?
I need to
When
say
they
that
sweat.
deodorant or perfumes are not going to stop you from smelling. If you have body odor, you have body odor. Deodorant or perfumes are not going to cover that. That's just something.
because it will wear away after a while.
it's not going to wear. I think it's going to mix.
It's gonna
It
mix
goes
with sweat.
Mix
And
with the smell.
Then there is a much worse odor emitting from you as a human and not a dead body, which is
I
quite
think it has.
dangerous to the health of so many people. And I just feel like people should be nicer to us and, try to scrub their body. Some people don't, men, okay, I'm not going to say men. I think everybody, yes. People say that, okay, they have their bath twice a day. But ask them, do you really scrub some parts of your body
But
that you're
do you
supposed to
know
scrub?
that I saw a post about, I don't know if you know Sabi Doctor, yeah?
Yeah.
That you're not supposed to even scrub
Scrub.
too much
And
because
there are
there's some
doesn't
essential
stop the
oil.
smell.
That's
that
not
you-
what I said. Hold up. Relax.
Okay.
Relax. I mean, when you are taking your bath, your armpits.
I feel
No,
like
def-
people do not get the sensitive part of your
Parts,
body.
you get that's what I
I
was
feel the
trying
part
to
that would
say.
smell is
Your
your
armpits,
navel.
your navel, you get
navel is a very sensitive part, and it's a part that would
that
that is
dirt
very very
accumulates.
that is very very likely to make you smell. So when you are taking your bath and then you don't wash
Wash
your
your
navel,
thighs
no
and-
matter how clean you are,
Thick people as well. Like
Yeah.
remove the if your
No matter
belly
how
is
thick
folded,
you are.
remove it a little bit.
True.
And scrub under.
yeah,
It's
even
so
some people that are
belly
very
is
busty, even very busty people,
Yeah, like,
under your
remove it
Yeah,
and,
I
you
feel
know,
like they don't pay attention
they
to
don't-
these things.
This
so
is
you
your
could,
demonstration, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm
true
just
though, you could take your bait like 5 times in a day.
you get
And even if you don't wash those parts, you will still like give off this very weird odor. So even if you apply deodorant and things like that, these weird odors will still come.
and you know that your sweat actually smells according to your diet. Like
We're going to get to that.
yeah, so
The thing is, I think if you're talking science now, scientifically, there are bacteria that react with sweat on our body too.
yes.
They turn the sweat into, because naturally your sweat is not supposed to be
The
smelly.
smell, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Here you get.
Some people
But
it's what they
when-
eat as well.
Yeah. What you eat, like you consume garlic and all those
Garlic,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it
Your
affects,
sweat smells even your pee
yeah.
smells different when you consume too much garlic.
Yeah.
But that's if we're talking about body odor,
And your
basically. But are there remedies for this kind of body odors?
True. Yeah.
There should be.
Mm.
There
should
there,
be.
there are a lot of remedies when we talk about body odors and all kind of odors. There are remedies, except the thing is spiritual, which I am not sure that one exists.
But it could be spiritual, right?
Yes, it could be. It could actually
could
be.
be.
Because I've heard of it. I've not seen, but I've heard of it. There was a time my mom was saying like, whether a woman was laughing at a smelly man and the man caused the woman and the woman was smelly
Oh.
and there was no cure. Those kind of stuff. So I don't know if they are just stories, but
Now, I actually
or
do
if they
believe
are
in
real.
these things too.
But I believe that if people can do something and it actually works for them to harm someone, then this one is smart thing for them to do to make someone stink.
Yeah.
Yeah. But apart from the spiritual aspect of stinking, I think there are a lot of remedies for stinking. Because looking at it, let's say for some people that have this sweating disorder that they have to like, I don't remember what the disorder is called, but there's a disorder that for people that sweat
they
too much.
too much. Yeah.
Yes. So these people now, they tend to like, they are exposed to the possibility of having body odors because, of course, if you sweat too much, imagine people that sweat like normal human being being exposed to their sweat mixing with these bacteria that is going to emit this odor. And then you come to meet someone that's sweating
Sweats a
excessively.
lot. Yeah.
So there are sensitive parts like the groin, the armpits, the neck self, all those kind of places. They contain this particular gland that secretes a sweat that is going to mix with this bacteria that is going to emit this odor. So for these people that have this disorder, they can get medical help that can help them reduce the way they sweat, and they have to like bathe more often than usual. For instance, now you wake up in the morning, you have to bathe. If you are going to do your house chores, you have to like do them, and then after that, you are going to sweat definitely if you have a disorder. So you have to like bathe again. So it's stressful, but you have to like do it just to like get
But
yourself
that's
free
not
from it.
a cure, though. That's just like, okay.
Preventive measures.
Preventive
Yeah.
measure.
I
But
think
So there's no permanent cure for body odor.
I think you just
I
have
think it
a way
doesn't
to
go away
control or
once.
manage.
I think it's not a cure. You have to just like
Manage.
do things
To
help,
prevent it.
Yeah.
And I
And
think-
then
I think-
the
I
more you
think,
keep preventing, the more
I think
it stops.
scientists will say vinegar works. Like mixing vinegar with
They say vinegar
stuff with
works for
water or
everything.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
To
Vinegar
bathe.
vinegar was for a lot of
for
things.
a lot of things. But I've not heard about the vinegar solution though. But I just think
Yeah,
that
I heard about that some years back.
True, there are
About
a lot
vinegar.
of solutions to
don't know
body odor.
that.
And I feel the first solution is being conscious of the fact that, I'm
yeah.
prone to
Some
this
people
thing.
actually
Now,
do not know that.
that,
Some people do
that
not
takes
know.
me to that segment I'm going to now. That a whole lot of people don't even know they stink.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Like you walk up to someone who has a body odor now, and you tell them, we know this is very sensitive, and that's why a whole lot of people wouldn't want to talk about it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you get? But when you finally find a very polite way to tell the person, like, you need to work on yourself. I said polite because
That's
anybody
what
will
I'm
take
going to ask. What is
yes.
a polite way to tell
polite
somebody
way.
you
You have to
stink?
find a very, because it's sensitive.
It
So you
is.
get, okay, now you're my guy.
Mhm.
I know you have body odor, and I can assure you of one thing: like 98% of the people around you would not be able to tell you.
They won't.
So for me to tell you, I have to find a very polite way, like, guy, dude, you know, I got you, right? And this, I want to say, is not to judge or criticize or whatever, but there's something I noticed. And I'm telling you so we can find a solution to it. There's no how you won't take off. You will feel bad about it. Check it.
Yes.
But where I'm going is, a lot of people don't even accept. They'll be like me. I have it. No, this is and that. This is it. They will argue with it forever.
I think that's the reason why many people would prefer not to say it, because the moment you say it, the person feels maybe you are a hater, or you are just, because it's, you know, when the problem is with you, you tend to like apply every security measures you have to like guide your self-esteem, and you'll be like, I do not stink, man. That's probably just because I sweat a lot today. You are going to definitely
We'll
find a
an
way
excuse.
to excuse, yeah. And the person that's doing the correction this time around is going to feel like, I don't go do too much.
You don't
I
exactly.
make I cut my mouth, come out, keep. And that's why when a lot of people come, especially people you have maybe friends, and maybe they don't have this thing before, then you start feeling, you are going to be very confused. Like, how do I say this to them? I've been in that strange situation before, and to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I did not say anything, because I just like had to like live my life, because I was just feeling, man, what if I'm the only person that's saying this to this person, and then I'm the person that's like trying to like ruin their mental health,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
But
I think with what you just said now, I think it's something that people should learn how to do. I think me, myself, and a lot of people out there that are dealing with the same situation, being around someone that stinks and you are finding it difficult to say it to them, I think they should adopt your method that you just talked about now. So if you're watching this, you have to play it back.
Politely.
Say it
No, I
politely.
just think that
First
you have
of all,
to
tell
have-
the Egbon, say, I love you, you are my bro. That's why I'm doing this.
I think you have to have emotional intelligence if you're going to talk
True.
about
Yeah,
things
exactly.
like
Yes,
this.
yes.
I think that there are different ways you could talk about it. Depends on the relationship you have with the person. I think the best way for me is, instead of just telling them about it, book an appointment with a doctor with them. Go together, like, let's go for a checkup. Let's do this. Like, there are so
get
many
them
ways.
deodorant as gifts.
Get them, you get like
things like that. Oh, let's do this together.
let's go for a checkup. Let's go see if anything is wrong with us.
Yeah.
Let's like.
But you must not have told that person before that the person has a body odor.
No,
If
I
you're going to
think-
be buying them deodorant,
No,
because
I feel
instantly
it
they
depends
feel,
on the relationship, though.
so you're trying to say,
No,
I
of
smell,
course
right?
not. Me, for example, I like to buy people's deodorants. You can't be my friend and not like you must wear a perfume. You don't have to. It doesn't. If they give you a perfume, that doesn't mean that you stink. But at the same time, you also
you
like.
don't get what I said. You didn't get it.
No, I did not.
Like someone you just told has body odor.
No. You're not going to say
Now,
that before you give them perfume.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You don't say
You
that.
don't say
that before you give them
I
perfume.
feel like even before you say anything like that, it depends on the relationship
that you have with the person.
Exactly.
If I'm very close to you and I can talk to you, I can randomly just say, oh, this is how I feel. Do you understand? I don't think our closeness will make you pick offense, because you would know I have your best interest at heart. But then if it's a random person,
No, it's
I
going
won't-
to sting definitely.
I
but
won't,
mean,
I won't. But then if it stings, the more it stings me, like if I'm in that situation, the more I am conscious. I want to do things to help myself, because for you to say it, that means other people would have noticed it.
Exactly.
But then they
Yeah,
are
of
not
course.
telling me. So I feel like people that get offended when they tell them these things, I feel like they are not smart. For a person to actually tell you, even though it will sting, I don't think
But
it should
at
something
least
that should
you
cause
should-
issues.
Mhm.
You should also try to like be conscious of these things.
this
Oh,
thing.
what am I doing that I'm not doing well?
I just think that people
How
are
should I
not
take care of
conscious of
myself
everybody.
more?
Do you know that we all have like a particular scent that we have?
yeah, everybody.
Like when
emits
you
a
walk
particular
out
smell,
of your
yeah.
house and walk back in, whatever you smell, that's what you smell like.
Mhm.
You have to take note of that. You have to be conscious. People just have to be conscious. I think people are not just conscious enough. You have to know that.
So I feel like the basic thing is having a conscious mind. Really.
yeah. Because there was a time I think we were together. Like I was together with some people, and we had to share a bathroom. So after this person had a bath and left the bathroom, imagine having a bath with scented soap, and someone else enters the bathroom and still wants to faint. So I think that these things, people they're not just conscious. It's not like they're not clean, but they're not just conscious of the things that, like, you don't scrub your armpits, like I said earlier, you don't wash some parts of
Yeah.
your body that are necessary for you to wash.
I
just
think I
think-
get that. You
Yeah.
know, when you are new to a smell, you
Mhm.
notice the smell. But when you are consistently living with this smell,
Yeah.
it becomes a part of
Part
you.
of
Part
you
of you, and you
that
don't,
even know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
no.
people don't take, like, when
I
you
get what
when
you're
you leave
saying.
your house and you come back in, like, of course you should smell something. That's, you should know that, oh, this is what I smell like. And if you don't like that, make conscious efforts, to like
Smell
banish the
better.
scent from your environment and from yourself. But people don't take note of things like that. So yeah.
Now, that's for body odor. But there are a whole lot of unpleasant smells that
Exactly.
comes out of human body.
Like
No.
mouth odor.
Mouth odor.
Yeah.
That's basically personal hygiene.
That's the worst for me, to be honest. I mean, based on my experience, that's the worst I've come across. I
Mouth
mean,
odor is
I've
terrible.
experienced mouth odor that if I was to faint that moment, I would prefer that. Because I was in a position where, this cool queue, when you are already in this
Oh, God.
position, you don't want to go back, you don't want to fall out of the queue and go back to start over again. And then you're in the middle of body odor, mouth odor,
Oh
and
my goodness.
you just want to faint.
Oh gosh.
I mean, that moment, if they ask me, do you prefer to faint than to remain? I'll be, let me faint. Because I know if I faint,
They will
they'll
carry
take
you
me to
come
the
out.
front and I'll finish what I'm doing. Man, it's crazy. Mouth odor is crazy.
Mouth
Mouth
odor
odor
is
is crazy.
It's also the easiest to manage.
Yeah. I
Yes.
think
Mouth odor is
Yes.
easiest
It's the
to manage.
easiest.
Yes.
I
And
think-
that's why it hurts me when I see people with mouth
I think it's
odor,
just
because
generally bacteria and germs and
Exactly.
Mhm.
leftover food and all of that.
making
Yeah,
your mouth
because-
a
and
house for
depends on
germs.
what you
I
eat.
am not brushing your tongue.
Yeah, your
I think people
tongue.
don't brush tongues, and that's what smells actually. Like all the odors come from the tongue and the
Not
tonsils.
just the tongue, so
And the
in
tonsils,
the inner part of
inner
your
part of your
teeth.
teeth and
Some
all
people
that.
brush their mouth every day and they still smell.
They don't brush their
And
tongue. You
that's
have to
because
scrape
I
your
feel
tongue.
that's because I feel most people do not know how to do this properly. Some people just think it's to put toothpaste on the toothbrush
I
And
just-
you-
and
Yes,
make
yeah.
it wash your mouth, and the toothpaste will fire disappear from the brush. You don't brush your mouth.
I feel like Nigerians, they just want to scrub that this.
And no
feet.
matter how much you scrub, there are some people that I see brushing their teeth, and I'll be like, why don't you just soak it overnight?
Are
instead
you
of-
fighting?
Because why are you scrubbing?
It's like you're washing tiles.
Uh,
And that's not the right way to do it,
I'll
because
tell
no
them
matter how
like,
you
okay,
scrub,
Coco
your teeth
soak
will get
with
white.
iPhone now. Coco scrub, soak with
No,
iPhone.
The
I-
most important part about brushing your teeth is
Just brush
washing
it
your tongue.
circular, like in a circular motion.
Yeah.
People don't understand.
That's-
And you
And I
know-
feel like we should normalize mouthwash.
and tongue scraper.
Yes.
Tongue scraper. No,
Yes.
some people can't. I can't stand Listerine or whatever they call it. It makes me
There are
want to
different
throw up.
kinds, though.
It makes me want to throw up. I can't
There are
stand
different
it.
There are
types,
different types.
But
There
the
are
best,
different
the
types
best
of
mouthwash is the one with Listerine. I've seen that online. Like doctors swear by it, and I don't
yeah,
think
that's
I can.
that's
yeah.
the one I used to. And
I don't like
feel-
it. It makes me want to throw up.
Hmm.
I'm not a fan.
But there are
But you
other
have to just-
remedies and
yeah,
there are
like,
other measures you could use.
scrape
You could
your
use
tongue.
tom-tom.
I mean-
No,
And
chewing
that
gum no be
Tom-Tom, go
toothpaste.
away.
though. Chewing
That
gum or
Tom
Tom-Tom no
reminds
be
me. There was a
toothpaste.
time this
Brush your
girlfriend
teeth.
of mine,
A
she-
girlfriend.
she came and she bought a
what's
pack
up?
of
What's up?
Tom-Toms for
You
me.
called girlfriend.
called-
No,
Yeah.
like I thought you wanted to say the girlfriend had a
No.
bad mouth odor. Okay,
There was
no,
this
no.
girlfriend of mine. She bought
Okay.
a pack of Tom-Toms. She talked about Tom-Tom. That's why I remember
That's why
this
you remember.
particular event. So she bought a pack of Tom-Tom for me. She was coming back from somewhere. She bought for me, and I was like,
Shake my mouth this smell.
she did not say anything. No, I was like, did you bought this thing for me? She was like, yes, and I was like, okay, oh, please be honest with me. Do I have mouth odor?
Real.
And she was like, no. It's because she saw that I bought it myself the other time. That she knew that I like, and I was like, because me, I don't feel.
Really?
So when you buy
Yeah.
Tom-Tom for me, I
Tom-Tom.
will ask you.
Wait, random question. Are you Igbo?
No, I'm Edo.
Okay.
So basically, people with mouth odor, man, that's a very big headache too.
I mean,
Because I think I've been in a situation too before where this dude I was actually on I was in a bus traveling.
Oh, my laugh. I didn't know what to say.
I was in a bus traveling, and the dude beside me constantly was
my
talking to me.
God.
Early morning
God.
journey.
And I just they do like this.
Oh God!
I swear,
I didn't want to. I
he
didn't
still
want
won't
to.
stop.
Remember the
Bro,
bike
and the
man?
guy, God, the guy, his plan was to engage me from the beginning of the journey to the end.
Fuck, that's
Like,
an unfortunate
guy,
time.
guy.
I would have been
like,
so mad.
damn.
I would have been so
well.
mad.
I wanted to die.
That's
Like,
a crazy experience, man.
This guy, don't you know your mouth smell?
Like, can't you
As
like?
in, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's very
I
easy to
do
dictate
that,
if you have
like,
mouth
Yeah, I
no.
mean, because your nose is very close to your mouth.
Do you
Just
understand?
See, when
Like,
you're
do
used to,
that.
when it's become part of you,
I don't.
you won't know.
That's why I said people are
No,
not.
I
people
feel
are
like
not
it's going to
conscious.
be.
But mouth odor, like you know that
You
your
should
mouth
know,
is
like,
smelling.
when you
sniff
Do you know
it
some
now.
you know some people could go for a week and not brush?
Why? Is that possible though?
that's like very possible. I mean,
A
there
whole
are worse
week.
people. There are a lot worse people than that.
A whole
A
week.
whole week.
A whole week.
If you
A
say
week is 7 days.
You're thinking from your own angle, like how could you survive?
A
Like
whole
you're supposed
day,
to
Sam. I'll ask
you're
you, are you
supposed to
okay?
drop dead and
do you know
die.
there's this theory
But-
that people say that they don't even have to bath every day, but not brushing for a whole week is diabolical. Like that is wild.
Do you want to kill people?
and you eat and you have like
And you eat.
food.
Some people will eat
Oh
raw
my God.
onion, garlic.
And
I
all
used
these
to have
things,
a classmate in secondary school that I used to, maybe I don't know what she drinks, maybe garlic. Every morning when she comes to school, I just know that I have to avoid her because the strong smell of garlic.
Sometimes it's agbodo.
But why?
I go
Why?
have garlic in it.
Yeah.
I remember that anytime I remember the first thing I remember is her mouth smells like garlic all the time. Like even I'm struggling not to mention her name.
Yeah,
Because
very rude.
every day she comes to school and I know that I have to avoid her because her mouth smells like garlic. I don't know why. I don't know. I think people just have to take conscious.
No, once I
effort.
smell garlic from you, man, I'm walking
garlic-
away from.
I used to
Yeah,
hate garlic, but
somehow.
garlic has become such
No,
a
garlic
this thing.
is-
It has become this thing in
it's-
my house. It's
No,
staple.
it's actually good. So you could take garlic and still take care of your breath.
No, I'm not going to eat garlic, but I think it's become a staple in
Yeah,
just your
You
spice.
could put it in your
cooking.
food now.
Yeah,
Yes,
elevates-
now.
elevates
Exactly.
the- yeah.
Mhm.
It's
But
not
before, I
something you
could swear
should
that I
just-
hated garlic because of this girl.
I
to
used to really hate
because of
garlic.
that
Till I
girl.
started cooking myself, and I realized that garlic.
No, not still. I
Garlic
started
is
cooking
actually
myself.
good now.
It's
I,
actually
I,
very
learned,
good.
I learned from Instagram share.
Okay, so moving on to a more sensitive part of bad smell, talking about unpleasant odor from women's private part. Men and women actually,
Okay, nice.
but we know it's more common in women.
No, it's actually common in men as well. People don't just take notes.
I mean,
Tell us about it.
Yeah, men, their balls stink.
yeah,
Yeah, what?
Sometimes, most times.
it's not sometimes. If
Some
it is
men.
not taken care
Yeah,
of, it
it
will
stinks. He
stink.
has a tendency to
What
stink.
what do you say stink?
The scrotum. It
The
stinks.
balls they stink.
Yeah.
Okay, what could cause that?
Because bad hygiene. And sometimes when a man ejaculates, it stinks of the whole room. Because he has bad hygiene and it smells and it stinks. And women are actually kind people. They don't say it. They feel like they're not supposed to say it. But men don't extend the same grace to women, which I think is really bad. And I'm not going to go to that part of the conversation just yet. But I just want to say that men stink as well.
Yeah, what you said is right. Men stink as well.
Mhm.
But when it comes to those thinking, I'm not going to discriminate a gender. So I'm going to say this.
Mhm.
This is what I know.
Because it goes both ways.
The men that are dirty or that do not take their hygiene seriously, they can stink. Yes, that's because their private part, the balls, everything, the anus, it's all covered with glands that will produce sweats that will mix with bacteria. And of course,
And they don't clean it well.
exactly.
Yeah, they don't wipe down.
But when it comes to women, it's very different.
Okay.
You know why it's very different? It is easy for discharges from the body to come out from the woman's private part.
Yeah.
And these discharges could have foul smells. These are very different from smells that will come from sweat and bacteria.
No, it's not normal for a woman to have a smelly discharge. When a woman has a smelly
Exactly.
discharge, that means it's either
She's not healthy, like
No,
she has
like-
infection or something.
no. The vagina actually has good flora and bad flora, and most times a lot of things trigger the bacteria in the vagina. And when there is something wrong, yeah, you'll be the first to know because, of course, you'd smell it.
That's exactly.
But
You'll be the
it
first to
doesn't
know.
actually mean that she's not healthy or she's a dirty person. The vagina is just...
But vagina discharge on its own is not supposed to be smelly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that a lot of things actually can, cause a smelly
So let's talk
discharge.
about those things now.
That doesn't mean that the woman is not healthy or clean.
Yeah, exactly.
A
That's
lot of
what I'm
things,
saying.
sometimes it
And-
actually has to do with the other gender, mostly.
True.
Yeah,
Other
that's
gender.
true. But
Yeah.
Men.
But I mean,
Let's
that
crack
sounds,
this open.
that
Let's crack
sounds,
this
that
open.
sounds, that
Because
sounds
I want to
defensive
learn.
a little.
It's
but
not defensive.
yeah,
I'm being
yeah,
for real.
yeah.
It's not defensive.
But I'm trying to say something.
Okay.
When we're talking about bad odor, it's not about. I'm not going to be smelling every woman's pussy to see if they stink.
Mm.
So it comes to like most times we
Okay.
let me say the other person knows
Okay.
about a woman's stinky private part when you
Okay.
want to have sex. That's
Okay.
mostly when
Most,
you know.
yeah.
So my
Some are
point
so
here
bad.
is, my point here is,
The moment they drop their...
it is not a woman's fault for her body to, maybe it's an hormonal imbalance or something that's causing it. But my problem is, it is not. Some women will notice this and they will take care of it immediately.
Yeah.
And some, they do not give a
They
fuck.
don't
They do
give
not
a-
take care of their body. That's my problem.
Telling you.
And that's what I'm trying to talk about. That
Okay.
if most of these people, let's say, okay, if anybody is watching this that needs this knowledge, you have to know that it is not your fault that your body is releasing any smell or stinking something. It is definitely as a result of something that went wrong inside the body.
Yeah.
But my problem is, do not ignore that kind
That
of stuff
thing.
because
Yes,
it will develop.
Yes.
The smell will
Yeah.
get worse.
I agree.
And that's what people talk about mostly on social media. That's what people talk about
Yeah,
because
I
many
agree.
people have experienced this. Sometimes I see all these spa people that are doing medicine to take care of those kind of things. They are adverts. You see bomb that they will open bomb and it will be very irritating. I will be like, how did you get here? Did all this? You cannot say all this just started in a day
Yeah.
because it started
I
small.
think people ignore signals.
Yes,
that
a
their
lot of
body
people
gives to
ignore, and
them.
that's why
Yeah.
people have to like take responsibility of their own body.
But the people that I think ignore, and this is not maybe this is not a gender, or I think guys actually ignore a lot.
Yes, they are
Some
dirty
guys, I'm
guys. They are
not
dirty
going to say
girls.
all guys. Girls actually also ignore, but
Yeah.
I think it mostly has to do with the men that ignore the discrepancies that is going on in their system, and they end up blaming the woman for it. Of course, there are women that have bad hygiene, and I think that if you are going to do mekwe, if you are going to engage yourself in mekwe activities, you should,
Please, what's mekwe activity?
if you are
What
going to
is that?
engage in mekwe activities,
What's
that?
mekwe?
you know what I'm talking about.
We don't know.
At least
We don't know.
I don't
Please.
know.
wash up, like at least you've been walking all around the whole day, and of course there'll be sweat and all of that.
I mean,
Keep
Before
yourself
and
fresh.
after,
You get immediately after, and
Do
even
not
pee
wait.
that way, because the vagina actually holds a lot of,
Drink water, please.
you get, like the pH balance is constantly triggered by so many things.
Yeah.
Men give women yeast infections and they don't know it. So you have yeast in your private parts and you don't know it, and you're sharing it to all the women. You are doing giveaway, and a poor woman that you've given yeast infection, and you know that you don't know that you're the one that has it, and you gave the poor girl, and the girl did not have anything before. In a case like that, when in the process of the mekwe activity, because you've introduced yeast to the girl's vagina,
Now she's very prone to it.
exactly, and immediately the vagina is very, very, very sensitive.
sensitive.
Immediately it start telling you that I beg go. Something done this.
Something
I
is
beg,
going wrong.
I beg. And it is going to protest immediately. And sometimes that leads to a smell. And the boy picks it up. And the girl doesn't even know. And she's wondering what the heck just happened. Like, sometimes
And at this point, the guy is blaming the
the girl, and he doesn't know
Meanwhile,
that he's the one.
at fault.
You get? So that's what I'm saying.
I
That
feel
most
people
times,
don't, and I feel like
But there's no way to prove that though.
there is.
No, there is now, because the
And I
girl
feel
knows she's
like
healthy.
when
The girl knows she's...
Yeah.
No, you can't put it that way now.
That's
You
to
can't-
me. To me,
you can't
that's an
put it that
agenda.
way.
That's an
Okay,
agenda.
what
It's
if
not
the
an
girl?
agenda.
What if the girl
No, it
got
happens.
the yeast infection from someone else?
I mean, yeast infection basically is not
I'm
directly
bringing it
from
to-
someone.
do
It
you
doesn't
know
have to be from
something? Do you
someone.
know
Yeah.
something?
No, I'm saying that.
when two people meet together, and then they are doing things together, there's obviously going to be a smell that will come out. So if you are not clean as a
Clean.
guy,
And you're introducing
to
bacteria, of course.
a lady, there's obviously going to be some sort of
That's for a
smell.
guy who's not clean, right?
That's what
Even
I'm
sometimes
saying,
the guy might be clean, but then he has this
This
thing,
thing, and he
but then
doesn't
he
know.
doesn't
That's what
know.
I'm saying. I'm saying
Do
that
you know,
some
a
men
guy's
are
body
clean.
is not quick to
They are
react
clean,
to things the way
yeah.
a lady's body
Body
would.
is
If
that's
anything is
something
wrong
some
with me,
men are not
I
conscious.
can pick it out immediately.
No, I'm going to disagree with you there, because a lady would have an infection and carry it for months
No.
and not know.
No, that's
let
not
me
true.
land. Let me
Women are
land.
prone
This
to
is
know
I'm
immediately.
talking from experience now.
Okay.
Really?
I'm a doctor. I'm actually a doctor.
Okay.
I just don't practice.
Okay.
You will see doctor, you think it's a decoration.
We think so
Doctor
now,
to lose no money.
doctorate degree.
Nah, just
Okay.
doctor. Do you get, like, okay, let's take sexually transmitted diseases as an example. Like, let's say gonorrhea. A woman can have gonorrhea for a month, I don't know.
Yes, I think they are hard.
But
to-
if a guy contacts that gonorrhea from the woman
in a few
in
hours.
3 days, in 1 day itself, you start to feel am.
So urinate becomes a war for you.
You will start to feel am. So I think the female vagina still harbors.
Yes, but I also think that gonorrhea sometimes is difficult to, it's some women are asymptomatic, but at the same time, I think that you should know that there's something wrong with you immediately. Women should know that. You should know. I think that some people just ignore it.
Because the
But you'd
symptoms
know.
in women doesn't
You'd
come out
know.
immediately.
That's what I'm saying. Some
It
women are
takes a little bit of
asymptomatic,
time.
but you should know.
Sure you get, but if you're somebody who pays attention to yourself,
exactly.
sure you get to your body and the changes and all
Yes.
those stuff.
And it's not an
You would
agenda for real. There are cases where the girl is clean and the boy introduces the bacteria, and immediately she stinks up the whole room, and then he starts thinking.
But that one is not going to happen immediately.
That
now.
to me
It
is
happens.
like
Sometimes
that to
it
me is
happens
like
immediately. Yes.
that to me is like
She'll start smelling immediately.
There will be a weird smell, of course, if you are introducing something harmful to her. There will be a smell.
Okay, what about the case of infections,
Okay.
toilet diseases?
There's nothing like
The-
toilet disease.
There's
Actually.
nothing like okay. So
It's
when
a
women
myth.
talk about toilet diseases,
No,
what
I
do
think
they
some
mean?
people do not. Some people
They
just
do
like
not know.
to say
They just talk
they
about
don't. They just
it.
talk about
There's
it.
no
It's a myth.
toilet
There's
disease.
nothing. You don't get a disease from
From
toilets.
toilets.
There's nothing like toilet.
Oh, really?
There's nothing like toilet infection.
So now sham.
Yeah, some people do not know it, but some people
But
people
there
are
are
just
other things that could actually like lead
lead.
free. I feel like, and no, you could actually get infected from the toilet, but not as quickly as
quickly,
people would
and
say.
there's
Okay, what about the case of when you get bruised during sexual intercourse?
then you are prone to have an infection.
You will have an infection definitely because
You're prone.
this wound is inside there. It's unlike guys that okay, if you have wound, it's outside. You
You're
can
prone to have
share
an
it.
infection.
It's
And
inside there.
take care.
You're supposed to know that this thing will decay. There will be bacterial reaction inside there.
That's why
and
it's
it will bring out
advisable
smell.
not to shave like a day or two before mekwe, or the same day as
This
mekwe.
make way they talk, so
I think most of these things when it comes to sex, I think there's a simple solution for most of the things.
Okay, what
And the
is it?
simple solution is for people to like have one sexual partner.
Thank you very
Yes.
much. But you know that having one sexual partner does not mean that you're not prone to infections.
It doesn't
But then it saves you a lot of
necessarily
stress.
mean-
It saves-
It saves you a lot.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I'm
there
just
are
saying,
infections that you just have to like.
not STIs.
No, you
though.
don't even have to be dirty safe.
You
You just
know-
have
you know
to be a
about-
little thing that will
Not
happen. A
STIs. You're
bacteria
not
will
prone to
enter your body
STIs
and then you have an
with
infection.
Just a sexual partner.
You know
Yeah.
about candida?
Yeah,
Candidiasis.
candida. That's yeast.
That's yeast, Abby. Okay, candida hits up your pussy. It causes wound inside if it is not taken care of.
Why? What am I shocked? Why
Me
am I
too.
shocked?
You're
What's
shocked.
going on here?
What's going on?
Okay. There is a story. There is a story. When I was in high institution, my
I don't
girlfriend
think it
back
does.
then had a friend, and she had candidiasis, right? She wasn't taking care of it. This girl was all these kind of girls that was everywhere that time. The fact that she had candidiasis, she was still jumping from Tigger,
McQueen around.
McQueen around.
Now you're using it. You're using my lingo.
Now she had
You have given us a
the
word.
thing was sitting her up inside because I remember that day I drove her and my girlfriend to the hospital.
It's now.
I don't know about the eating.
And the doctor said something
I just think it's a growth.
that the thing is in, he called it one stage, like it's a very terrible stage, sha. Like already
Don't go far.
it's caused, but she has
Pelvic
wounds inside.
inflammation.
She has wounds, and
I think it's just.
so do you want to
inflammation.
tell me
No.
that kind of girl won't be feeling if she's mecquaing? She's not going to feel pain.
What?
I mean, one of the major symptoms of yeast is painful sex.
Yeah, and
Painful
bleeding
urine.
And you'll still be doing it.
and itching.
So how won't you smell?
No,
That's why I said some people do not give a fuck about their
I actually
body.
I don't know about the
And-
eating up. I think candida is just a normal. Of course, you have bacteria inside of the vagina.
The eating of
And
part
candida is actually normal. Everybody has a little bit of
Yeah.
candida growth in them, but if you
But
get
that
too
was what the
much-
doctor said to us,
if you do
that she
a vagina
has
swab,
bruises.
if you do,
She
I
has
think it's just
bruises
inflammation.
inside.
That's pelvic inflammation disease.
You know,
And
that
untreated
inflammation can start from this.
from the ovaries, then up to the pelvic.
No,
Oh.
I mean this infection that he's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like untreated infection leads to pelvic inflammation.
Inflammation,
disease. Yeah.
exactly.
Infection left for too long leads to pelvic inflammation, and that is actually kind of a little bit dangerous if it gets too
May
much.
God not
It
let us
destroys the
jam
ovaries
back up.
and all of that. That's why for women it is actually a lot. Sometimes women don't even
Because
know
the
what is
doctor had
wrong.
to ask her to stay
don't know
away
what
from
is wrong.
sex.
That's what
Difficult
men is
for
wrong.
them when their
Yeah,
something
I
is
feel like a
directly
woman's body is
inside the
very
body, unlike us.
complicated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A
you
woman's
get-
the woman's
body
body
is
is really
complex.
complicated. Yeah,
So most times these things are not really the woman's, fault.
Sometimes it's just maybe something that you are using and you don't
Yeah,
even
it
know.
could even be what you are eating.
eating. Mhm.
That's
but
true.
you're supposed, it's still
But that
everybody's
mean- yeah,
fault.
you
It's
should be
still everybody's,
conscious.
either you're a guy or a girl.
But
If
I
you're
also-
emitting some kind of
You have to take
smell,
responsibility for
But
your
I also
body.
you're
think
supposed
that-
to take care of yourself.
Yes,
It's
you're
your
supposed
fault.
to take care of yourself.
Because
But
you're supposed to know.
sometimes if your partner becomes smelly, I think that you should be able to speak about it with
You
them.
should talk to them. That's why I said
And not
you could
just go
tell-
online and start screaming.
Exactly.
No, I saw some posts. I saw some posts like last week that they were trending, talking about a girl, a smelly girl, and blah blah blah. That's not the way to do it. Instead, you could find a very polite way to let the girl know, like, okay,
Like-
do you know this thing is wrong with
Exactly.
you? Like da. You could be her support.
Exactly.
Like, okay, let's go see the doctor.
Let's go,
Let's
yeah.
this, let's that, and
Mhm.
help her. Do you get? Even if you know you want to run away from the girl, but at least you would
At
have done
least,
that.
Let's
yeah,
make
and should be
efforts to
grateful.
see
Like,
what's
like
going
the
on.
girl be grateful for life because
Exactly.
I mean, even the advice you just gave, like have a sexual partner, doesn't mean that you have just one. Doesn't mean that you are not still prone to infection.
Yeah.
If you have just one sexual partner, what if your partner has a lot more?
Yes.
So just
That's why I'm saying that you know where it is coming
You
from.
know where it's
yeah.
coming from.
But just be
It's not like you
celibate.
can't just pick it out. Like, who did I get this from?
Yeah, just stay away.
Imagine,
Abstain.
and some people could not even like figure out who gave them
Who gave
their pregnancy. Imagine when it comes to infection, how are they going to figure out?
Pregnancy. Wait, celibacy is not even the word. Abstinence is the word.
Yeah, right.
Be abstinent. And some women do not wash their vulva. Like, pay attention to the vulvas. And I don't know where this conversation is going, but I mean, wash your vulva.
No, we're rounding up the
Wash your
conversation
vulva
already. So
and not your vagina. Not in. You get
Not
me.
inside.
Yeah, it's a
Okay, so if you are a woman and you are watching, she just said that you should wash your vagina, the outside, and leave the inside for people who get
no,
out.
the vagina is inside. The vulva is outside.
Okay, you should wash the vulva and leave the vagina.
For
Because
people who
that
get out.
one, people will get down, go clean up by themselves.
What do you mean people will get out? You know what I just thought about?
if I see we get out, go come do the
Go
plumbing.
do the plumbing and the cleaning.
I don't understand.
Now,
That thing he said is like suggesting. Like, what do you mean? People will get them go do the cleaning like fellatio or
The
Oh,
whatever
where are
is
you
responsible
going?
for the self
No,
cleaning.
you're the one with your mask.
no?
Where are you going?
Like I wanted him to clarify.
To clarify.
Sorry.
Yeah, like
It is the responsibility of whatever is cleaning it that they called it a self-cleaning organ. That thing that's cleaning it.
They should clean
it is the
itself.
people who get
But
out.
it actually is a self-cleaning
yeah, it
organ.
is though.
So that's why I said it's prone. Like a little thing can just throw off your pH balance.
Very little things. Very.
So let's quickly go back to Barbecue Boy though. What else? I mean, what do you do when you're not making music?
Okay, everything I'm going to talk about is still going to lead me back to music.
Yeah.
When we are not making music, we are either trying to make money, because in this music industry, it is paramount to have money.
Right.
It is very important, because you don't have money, you are going to... Hard work is important too. I mean, to be consistent, to be doing things. But when I'm not doing music, I am... I'm a student also, I do not like to ignore my academics. Because
What do you study?
I study psychology.
Oh,
I like that.
And so when I'm not doing music
Why do you like
and not doing school things,
I like
Then-
psychology.
I'm either trying to make money, always trying to make money. I like business.
No partying.
I party sometimes, to be honest.
He's an entertainer. He has to
I
party
party
now.
sometimes. I mean, it's not up to me. I don't have a choice.
True.
I will still just get the call, like, okay, you have to come outside this evening. And I have to go.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it's not convenient though. Sometimes I might be like school stuffs or work stuffs. But, as an upcoming, you try to take every opportunity that comes your way, and you try to
true.
level up. It's not easy, but everything we are doing is about the music.
God will make it easy for us.
Inshallah.
Amen.
So how has it been, juggling school,
Mm.
entertainment, and
It's,
business?
To be honest, if I have to speak for myself, but most times I speak for a lot of upcomers that I feel they are in my position. But if I have to speak for myself now, I have to say I am not in haste, I'm not in haste. There's a lot of expectations and goals and dreams and stuff,
Definitely.
but I'm not in haste. So I would say it's been going good, smoothly, because the most important thing is to discover yourself, know who you are, and know what you are giving to the world, what you are giving out. There has to be value inside. It's not just cruise and enjoyment and stuff. So I think, looking at where I'm coming from, I think it's been nice, to be honest, because starting from the beginning, I was in SS2. I was always singing. I was in SS2 the first time I realized that I was going to be a musician, because me and my friends, we would just put a MP3 and we'll connect and we'll be making music. So looking back to those days now, my first thing that I did on MP3 was a song, Baby Ngwa, Sweetie Tomatoes. And that was years ago, man. And now looking at what I can do when I'm singing, now even my writing of music, my freestyles, everything, it's going the right direction. I think I'm developing, and that's what's important for me. And it's just
So
to keep
what
going.
are the challenges?
Challenges is finding people to work with, to be honest. That's the most difficult part of this thing, because a lot of times you see people you want to work with, they are going to charge you. You're an upcomer, you don't have something to offer them. They are the one helping you most of the time. You have to pay. And so that's a big challenge. A lot of things that we lack, that we don't have, but we thank God for the ones we still have though. The challenges are we don't want to talk about them, but I swear, go far. It's most of the time, the challenges are money, to be honest. The challenges are money, the main thing. Because once you have money like this, there are people that their job is to plan. They have a pathway for you that once there's the money, there's a pathway for you to, you have
That's
to
why there's
get
an
to the
artist
stream.
and repertoire.
I swear.
They carry you go where you're supposed to go.
So
It's money.
that's just the challenge, but we do not just
Finding a
focus on
sponsor.
the challenges. So we focus on what we can do. And I believe at the right time, the sponsors, the money, everything will come.
What genre of music do you enjoy?
I was gonna ask that.
Okay, genre of music. Okay. Basically, I like Afrobeat. It's our intrinsic genre, and everybody from this part of the world is going to tell you I'm an Afrobeat artist. A lot of people will also deny that also, but I think it's my intrinsic genre. And when I'm singing, I like to focus on what I'm trying to say, not the enjoyment that people enjoy from the melodies and so.
Okay.
I don't know if you notice already, I like to make my points very bold and
Very
clear.
clear.
So when I'm singing, I focus on my lyrics. I consider
like
myself a lyricist. And
I think people should focus more on
On
lyrics.
lyrics.
On lyrics,
I
yeah.
focus on the lyrics of songs mostly.
So-
I feel like I want to relate
to the
them.
song. I think people
Exactly.
just listen to the beats these days.
Exactly.
Like they
It's
just want
just
to, and the
beats,
rhythm.
just want to go.
Exactly.
I listen
you
to
see?
the lyrics of
If you
it.
look
there's
at
so
the
many
trending songs,
songs
it's
that
just
don't make
about the
sense to
rhythm,
me.
the
That's why,
vibe.
that's why I'm a mellophile. Like I love music a
You
lot.
see,
So
that
the
is
first thing I
that
do
is a nice thing. Like
First thing I do is the lyrics just eats me. Like the first thing, of course,
There has to be
is
something that
the
catches
rhythm.
me.
The first thing, of course, is the rhythm. Like I know when I'm a R&B girl, so when it's soft, when it's I just know that I would like this song. But then when I listen to the lyrics, I just know that I am in love. I think people should, listen to lyrics more. I think people should invest. Is it invest? Should I say invest?
If you're a
They
music
should pay
fan,
more attention.
if
Pay
you're
more
a music
attention
fan,
to their
please
lyrics.
listen to what she's saying.
No, like
because
true though.
True, no,
that's
like
it.
No, most of the songs I listen to now, most of the songs they play in clubs now,
Mm.
it's just beats.
yeah, I'm not a fan of. I'm not going to say I'm not a
It's
fan of
just beats.
Afrobeats. I love Afrobeats, but I don't have a lot of Afrobeat music in my playlist.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
right.
take
I'm
it
more
this
of
way.
an R&B
R&B
girl.
Let's take
person.
it this way. We are not going to stop making music that people enjoy in the clubs because
Mhm.
we have to make
You have
music.
to, yeah,
That's
you
why
have
you
to
have
make
your
money.
discography.
So that's
You
why
have
there's
to bring
millions of
together
artists
different
all over the world. People will make party jams, people will make club jams, and people will make jams for weddings.
Weddings.
People will make jams for people to reason and think. I think that's where I classify myself because my music is going to take you, at least even if it doesn't take you far, it's going to make you question yourself or question the music.
I think that
All my songs, there's always going to be something inside that's going to make you
that's-
question.
yeah.
So I consider myself, and I feel I'm going to develop beyond this, and I'm going to add reggae to my Afrobeats. I'm going to do it though.
reggae.
I feel it's
That's
going
nice.
to be,
That'll be unique.
yeah, it's
Okay, nice.
Burna Boy is doing it right now, and it's called Afrofusion. But I think I'm going to do it in a different way. Mine is going to portray reggae in a very, very different way, and I'm just working towards it though. And I think I can't wait. I have a fan base,
We
a
also can't
community.
wait. So we are part of it now.
And
We are rooting for you.
It's called Biblican.
really
Biblicans.
that's nice.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Biblicans.
I
I'm
have
a
a lot of
Biblican.
people that are part of it. They consider
Already.
themselves Biblicans.
I'm a Biblican already.
And
Aren't you?
it's when you hear it, you think first thing that comes to your
Aren't
mind
you?
is religion, and you
Aren't you
think
a
about
Biblican
Christianity.
already?
But I think I need to make it clear to people
Okay.
that Biblican is religiously inspired, but it's not just exclusive to Christians.
Christian
It
music.
is open, like it is for everybody. I think
okay.
my mission with music is to like make the world one.
Okay.
I mean, to make
To
people
unite
understand the
people
importance
to
of
love.
love.
It's like not
The
just
importance of love. I mean,
yeah.
if this a thing that I used to tell people to make them understand the way I see the world. I think if I want everything, I want to be at the top, I want it all, I want all the money, all the cars, all the everything. But then let's think about it this way. If I have all these things and then every other person in the world disappears and I am left alone with the billions, the cars, the ships, the airports, everything, what am I going to do? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
So that's why I think it is important for people to value the presence of others. And that is what I'm trying to do with my music, to spread the importance of
That's
love.
beautiful.
I really like that.
And
That's
unity.
really,
I
really,
like
really, that's really
So
insightful.
that's the whole idea of my music.
That's insightful.
And
Oh shit,
it's been nice.
my boy,
Yeah,
my big boy.
yeah, bro.
Thanks for coming on set today.
I appreciate you all
Glad to
so
have
much,
you.
man.
It's been
It's
nice
been a
having
joy.
what do I call it? A slice of what goes on in your head. It's nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it is important for viewers and you all here. It is important for you to know that I have I think this is going to be my first project since I came to EXO.
Okay.
It's a song that I recorded with artists that are in EXO already. And there's Blazeman, and there's Diamond Boy.
Okay, we're not
Yeah.
familiar with a lot.
We
I know them though.
we did something crazy. It is very crazy, and I just can't wait. I mean, there's a kind of joy the songs gives me.
Okay.
Yeah, I have done a lot of crazy songs and they are nice and stuff, but there's the kind of joy these particular songs give me because it is the context of the song.
So when is it going to be out?
I can't tell it,
You
date,
can't
but I
tell.
believe next month we are going to be enjoying that song.
How do we
inshallah.
find you on music platforms like Biblical Boy?
Biblical Boy, very
Everywhere,
easy to find.
YouTube,
Everywhere,
YouTube,
Biblical Boy.
Bye.
By the time
Okay.
you search Biblical Boy, you
His
find
name
it.
is a trademark already now.
Biblical
Exactly.
Boy.
And
Check him out.
and there's also a page for my community, my
Biblicans?
fans, Biblicans, exactly. It's just Biblicans. Biblica
On IG.
with N and S, Biblicans.
On
Biblicans.
Instagram.
On
On
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah. It's
Okay.
there.
How about yours?
We shall
Like
follow.
people would like to follow you as well.
My own personal page, my music
It's going to
page
be
is
tagged in the
The
video.
Biblical Boy. It's just The Biblical Boy, no space, nothing, everything joined together, The Biblical Boy. And
Okie dokie.
that's where I upload all my stuffs and my works. And
Oh.
I like to do covers also. I do covers, freestyles,
You're supposed to sing for
and
us.
stuff.
innit?
I should do.
Oh
Seriously.
yeah, give us one.
But there's no beats, but a cappella, no bad.
Oh yeah, a cappella. We'll give you beats.
What's your name again?
What kind of Christian?
Ire.
I know, boss. Prodigy. I'll be prodigy.
It's in our prodigy.
Prodigy.
Oh yeah, are you giving us a freestyle?
Of course, I'm giving you a freestyle.
Let's
Okay,
have
so
it. Let's have it.
And so we outside there at Jans and Trents. And now we talk all the things where they trend. And everybody looking at the way I flex. And me and Christine and the Ari. Prodigy day with the vibing.
Oh shit.
Everything's soft, but I'm doing my thing. And the people, them they vibe, them they know my thing. When I sing, I enjoy my thing. And nobody go know this is my thing. By a bleak boy singing, and you know this thing. Outside, and with the talk this thing. No man, cause I know so many people go, they look me now. And then go say, who be this boy? And with the wear glass I sing for, yeah. And we are outside here, inside here, anyhow you call here. All I could say is thank you to the people who give me this opportunity, people. Prodigy, you are big. And as I see you, I smile. And I'm so grateful for this. And everybody with them, they my back educated. I say shout out to your lover.
I love it.
That was nice. That was really good. Wow.
It's freestyle.
We
Straight
like
up.
that.
That was good. I give it to you.
That was a good
That
one.
was nice.
We
That was
tried.
nice. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
I
Wish you the best.
We
And
do.
we know
really
you will go
do.
far.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And we did your back too. Don't worry.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I
I'll
appreciate
call
it.
this a wrap on this episodes of Jans and Trends. We've talked about this think talk. So people should pay attention to their smell. And till we come your way again, keep liking, keep subscribing to all our platforms. Drop your comments in the comment section. And if you want to link with Biblical Boy,
You know my IG already.
You know, it's slide in
His
a
handle will
DM.
be,
Slide
you
in
can
a
slide
DM.
in the
Slide
DM,
in at a
collaborations and stuff too.
Yeah.
All right, now till we come your way again, it's Jans and Trends. Peace out.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.